Horsetail is one of the oldest medicinal herbs, and it even precedes the dinosaurs. People use it to heal ulcers, stop bleeding, and remedy kidney problems, and fight infections back in ancient Greek and Roman times. As a source of silica, the horsetail is claimed to strengthen bones, hair, and nails. Horsetail, or Equisetum arvense, got its name due to its resemblance to the tail of a horse. Out of the 15 horsetail species, the common horsetail is best known for its health benefits. It's native to North America, Europe, the Middle East, and parts of Asia. Other horsetail species are now recently gaining popularity around the world, like the giant horsetail, or Equisetum giganteum. The aerial parts of the plant are used for their health benefits. The ancient Romans used the horsetail as a food, a medicine, and an animal feed. In fact, people eat horsetail as a salad in some parts of Europe. The horsetail was historically prepared as a juice, a tea, or a tincture for treating many diseases. It's best known in folk medicine for treating swelling, weight loss, diabetes, bladder disease, kidney disease, arthritis, tuberculosis, and other infections. Horsetail is being studied for bone, oral, hair, and nail health. This is because the horsetail is the most abundant source of silica in the plant world. Horsetail ointment can be applied to heal wounds, stop bleeding, prevent infections, and reduce pain. People traditionally use the horsetail to reduce fluid buildup and inflammatory issues. As a source of silica, the herb is now being studied for bone, hair, and skin health. Horsetail is being researched in people with rheumatoid arthritis. It improved symptoms and regulated the immune response in most cases in a study on 60 patients with rheumatoid arthritis. The horsetail reduced inflammation, increased interleukin-10, and decreased TNF-alpha, and this might be key for treating the disease. Giant horsetail extract reduced pain, inflammation, and an autoimmune response in a mouse model of rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis. The medicinal benefits of the compounds in horsetail are promising. Diuretics are often used to reduce blood pressure and swelling, or edema. They work by flushing the excessive fluids from the body. Horsetail extract achieved the effect similar to standard diuretics in 36 healthy male volunteers without disrupting the electrolyte balance. Different horsetail species had a strong diuretic effect in mice. Horsetail has long been used to help to heal wounds faster. A horsetail ointment is usually applied directly to the wound. A horsetail ointment at 3% improved wound healing in a study on 108 healthy women who had surgery to induce childbirth. Half of the women used the horsetail ointment on the wound for 10 days, and this reduced pain and healed the wounds faster with no side effects. The silica helps to seal the wound, while the flavonoids prevent infections. Additional human studies are needed to determine how safe and effective the horsetail preparations are for the wound healing. Horsetail ointments at 5% and 10% increase wound healing in rats after 1 and 2 weeks. The 10% ointment completely healed the wounds and repaired the skin after 2 weeks. At 5%, the horsetail ointment healed skin wounds in rabbits after 2 weeks. It also prevented infections and stopped the bleeding. Horsetail ointment at 3% reduced pain in a study on 108 healthy women shortly after giving birth. Half of them used the horsetail ointment on a surgical wound for 10 days. The extract reduced pain and inflammation in mice. When higher doses were given, it had a stronger effect. In 11 patients recently diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, a single oral dose of the horsetail extract reduced blood glucose within 1.5 hours. In diabetic rats, horsetail extract balanced glucose levels and it regenerated insulin-producing cells of the pancreas. Different horsetail extracts reduce blood glucose and normalize weight in rats with diabetes. Horsetail is high in silicon and antioxidant content. Silicon shouldn't be confused with silicone, which is the synthetic substance used in plastic surgery and the electronics industry. Silicon, on the other hand, is a natural chemical element. Hair loss in women might be caused by different factors than in men, such as stress, fever, surgery, thyroid problems, and childbirth. The horsetail, in combination with the other ingredients, increased hair growth volume and thickness in a study on 15 women with thinning hair. Only one animal study investigated if higher doses of horsetail over 2 weeks damaged the liver in rats. In this study, horsetail did not cause liver damage. Based on cellular studies, some scientists think the liver effect of horsetail's onitin and the flavonoid luteolin should be researched further. Women from the Amazonian tribes traditionally use the giant horsetail for genital infections and for hygiene. When tested on virally infected cells and in mice, the giant horsetail was active against herpes simplex virus 2, or genital herpes, and it improved the symptoms. Although horsetail is traditionally used for kidney stones, no evidence supports it. The horsetail was only researched in a rat study. It prevented kidney stones and kidney damage in the rats in combination with other herbs. It also helped to break down and eliminate the kidney stones in rats. Some people traditionally use horsetail for weak bones. Silicon is crucial for forming and maintaining the healthy bones. It helps to absorb calcium and it improves bone mineralization and structure. The horsetail has a long history of traditional use for bone healing. Horsetail increased the activity of human bone cells, crucial for bone regeneration. Horsetail extract increased bone cell growth while killing bacteria that caused bone infection. Eczema and acne have many causes, but inflammation is common in both. Inflammation in eczema causes itchiness, alters the skin barrier, and makes the skin more prone to infection. Acne is mostly caused by bacterial infection. Horsetail can help to treat both acne and eczema. In Japan, the horsetail is commonly used in cosmetic products as a cream, a lotion, or an ointment. Cell studies confirm that the essential oils have antibacterial properties, and its phenolic compounds reduce inflammation. Horsetail is thought to have anti-aging and skin-toning properties. Silicon is a component of collagen, and this is needed to keep the skin elastic and smooth. Since the horsetail is rich in silicon, it's been formulated into various skincare products and cosmetics to promote the collagen growth in the skin. In some countries, horsetail alcohol, or tea, is used as a folk remedy to improve digestion. Flavonoids, such as those found in the horsetail, are being researched for their effects on digestion, bloating, nausea, and stomach pain. Giant horsetail is a popular weight loss supplement in Latin America. It acts as a diuretic and reduces fat in rats. Some people think it might add to a weight loss regime by flushing excess fluid, decreasing inflammation, bloating, and fat. The horsetail also increases interleukin 10, which can boost weight loss. But how horsetail affects the body weight on its own is still unknown. One strategy for reducing cellulite is to remove the buildup of fluids from the target area. The horsetail could help to fight cellulite by cleansing fluids from the body and toning the skin. Although horsetail products are formulated in Spain for reducing cellulite, no clinical studies have yet confirmed the benefits. Some herbal combinations with horsetail have been used to treat varicose veins. It's unknown exactly how the horsetail acts on the varicose veins. Its anti-inflammatory and skin healing properties could be beneficial when used as a cream, a lotion, or an ointment on affected areas. Horsetail has traditionally been used to treat gout due to its anti-inflammatory properties. Gout is a form of inflammatory arthritis. The beneficial effects of horsetail for rheumatoid arthritis could be important for treating gout. Horsetail extract reduced anxiety in mice as strongly as the standard anti-anxiety drug diazepam. The anti-anxiety effect of the horsetail is attributed to the flavonoids, which are now being called the new benzodiazepines, or anxiety-reducing medications. In fact, the flavonoids might actually achieve the calming effects by increasing GABA and other key neurotransmitters within the brain. The effect of the flavonoids on the brain might even go beyond the simple mechanism of action of the benzodiazepines, though more research on this is needed. When used in higher doses for treating anxiety, the horsetail increased the duration of sleep in mice. The flavonoid isoquercetin in the horsetail acts as a mild and safe sedative. This calming effect opens the door to potential therapeutic use for sleeping problems and for relaxation before surgery. Horsetail prevented, delayed, and reduced the intensity of seizures in mice. The anti-seizure effect might be due to the flavonoid isoquercetin, but other unknown compounds could also play a role. The effects of horsetail on the brain are just being uncovered. Its complex antioxidant composition may protect the brain and improve cognitive function. Antioxidative defenses weaken with age and can cause dementia, Alzheimer's disease, and Parkinson's. Powerful flavonoid antioxidants in horsetail, like the isoquercetin, enhance cognitive function and reverse memory loss. The horsetail, used over a longer period of time, improved cognition and memory in older rats. Horsetail injections given to rats with nerve injury or sciatica protected neurons. The horsetail may prevent or delay nerve loss after surgery. The silica boosts the nerve protecting effects and together with the antioxidants aids in recovery. Kaempferol, another flavonoid in the horsetail, protects against brain injury and inflammation in rats who had a stroke. It reduces inflammation in the brain after a stroke by increasing NF-kappa B and decreasing inflammatory cytokines TNF-alpha and interleukin-1 beta. Excessive bleeding is common to heavy menstrual periods, hemorrhoids, and ulcers. Researchers are exploring whether the horsetail can help reduce bleeding and shrink the size of wounds, which could theoretically help with ulcers and hemorrhoids. Only one study showed that horsetail extract reduced stomach ulcers in rats. It improved the symptoms, protected the stomach, and prevented further damage. Isoquercetin, an active ingredient of horsetail, reduced flu symptoms in mice. In cells, the isoquercetin kills influenza A and B viruses, the most common viral strains that cause the flu. Horsetail is rich in isoquercetin, and it fights many viruses, but only isoquercetin was tested against these flu strains. Horsetail relaxes blood vessels and reduces blood pressure in rats with heart disease. It reduces fat oxidation, which is often an underlying cause of heart disease. The phytosterols and flavonoids in the horsetail might be able to alleviate this. The phytosterols reduce the LDL cholesterol, and antioxidants decrease inflammation in the cells. High LDL cholesterol and inflammation can cause hardening of the blood vessels and heart problems. After menopause, hormone changes can cause an increase in fat, making women more prone to heart disease. Horsetail reduces fat levels in postmenopausal rats. Some scientists think horsetail can carry the potential to prevent heart disease in women who are going through menopause. Researchers are exploring whether the horsetail can help reduce the side effects of chemotherapy or boost the action of cancer drugs. The horsetail reduces the toxic effects of cyclophosphamide, a drug used to treat different types of cancer in mice. Histamine narrows airways in asthma. It causes difficulty breathing and mucus buildup. The horsetail blocks the effects of histamine. It relaxed the airways in a study in rabbit airway tissues. Higher doses of horsetail had a stronger effect. Active compounds in horsetail slow down bowel movements during diarrhea. Compounds in the horsetail block acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter that promotes bowel movements. In a study on rabbits and guinea pig gut tissue, horsetail relaxed stomach muscles and reduced cramps in diarrhea. Horsetail reduced an overactive immune response in human cells. The horsetail causes the cells to produce less inflammatory molecules, interleukin-2 and TNF-alpha, and the silica balances the immune effect in the cells. Higher concentrations of the herb have a stronger effect. The combination of the active ingredients in the horsetail can fight many bacterial, viral, and yeast infections. Horsetail is being investigated for fighting respiratory, genital, and urinary infections. It may stop the growth of harmful bacteria and viruses when applied to wounds. When used in shampoo, it might reduce dandruff. Kaempferol is one of the ingredients in horsetail, and it kills microbes. Horsetail essential oil contains 25 compounds that were researched against the following bacteria: Staphylococcus aureus, the bacteria resistant to many antibiotics, which commonly causes skin and respiratory infections and food poisoning; E. coli, which causes urinary tract infections, diarrhea, and inflammatory bowel disease. The horsetail slows the growth and the activity of this bacteria. which might justify its traditional use for urinary tract infections. Klebsiella pneumoniae, which can cause respiratory infections like bronchitis and pneumonia. Pseudomonas aeruginosa, a bacteria resistant to most antibiotics that can cause life-threatening drug-resistant infections. And Salmonella, which can cause food poisoning. Horsetail is being researched for its effects on skin, blood, and lung cancer cells. Some scientists think the antioxidants in horsetail and zinc in horsetail might aid in cancer prevention, though their hypothesis has yet to be proven. Many substances can kill cancer cells, but that says nothing about their actual cancer-fighting potential. Dental cavities are usually caused by bacteria. The horsetail improves the oral health by destroying the bad bacteria. It can improve gum inflammation and bleeding or gingivitis. The horsetail can even be used as a homemade mouthwash. Oral candida is a yeast infection, and it can be caused by dentures, a weakened immune system, and antibiotics. Giant horsetail was active against oral candida. Common horsetail essential oil also fights this yeast. Horsetail has been used since ancient times as both a food and a herbal remedy. Research reveals horsetail is high in silica, and this is what the body uses to produce collagen. Hence the horsetail is now being studied for its effects on bone, skin, and hair health. Traditional uses were for reducing water retention, kidney or heart problems, and infections. The horsetail is not safe for everyone, and it can interact with medications, so speak to a doctor before using. To book a consultation or to learn about herbs, supplements, and natural treatments, check out my website.